Easy Way Exit Truth About Money, where I and, among others, former Supervisor Norman Duvall have been a critic of the management at the Retirement Board. I also write for the Alternative Weekly Press. It's 130 newspapers, where I'm a contributing editor at the North Bay Bohemian. I'm currently working on an article on something called pension dumping, where both the corporate sector and the nonprofit sector are literally dumping their contractual obligations to retirees and employees. I come to you today with very grave concerns about the wording of the current job posting for the Retirement Board Administrator's position. The emphasis is clearly on administration, public administration. My contention is that this is not what the board needs. This is not what the county needs at this time. The county needs an emphasis on money management. As I've expressed with the supervisor who represents me, Michael Delbar, pension fund is unhedged. It's unhedged for a bear market. On the record, in the June meeting, County Retirement Board Administrator Knudsen admitted to $19 million in unrealized losses. He also agreed that the performance of the Retirement Board, of the Retirement Fund, reflected that of the general market. The market has been down 20% this year. I don't think, at the same meeting, Tim Knudsen also said that he was recruiting among the pension board administrators of other SACRA members. So in other words, it almost seems as if it's a slam dunk that the winning applicant for this job, the successful applicant, will be a currently managing very similar position and in the same way. Again, we're in an extended bear market. We are unhedged. We've bailed out the pension fund before with a $95 million pension bond obligation in 2002. And I think probably the most important hire that you have to make this year is going to be that position. I respectfully submit that the emphasis be put on money management and not on public administration. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sankovich. Any comments to the speaker? Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Boy, that was 3 minutes on the dot.
Must be an attorney. To the CEO.
Thank you. I just wanted to read you this email that just popped up from our legislative consultant, Don Peterson. We have been informed that the Democratic leadership from both houses has directed that preparations be made and calculations be completed to be able to use Proposition 1A, property tax, Proposition 42, transportation funds, Proposition 63, mental health, Proposition 10, first five, and any other trust funds or holding funds that could be used to balance the budget. These preparations, in quotes, include the drafting of the necessary statute, the writing of legislative council opinions, and the drafting of appropriate measures for the November ballot if necessary. These preparations are to be completed by 5 p.m. this Wednesday, August 20th. With this work completed, this would be Plan B, and fund sources and exact verifying amounts available would be known. This comes on the heels of the vote that was taken on Sunday, which was called Plan A, that was the test vote that exposed a number of disconnects between the two parties relating to the budget. So I just wanted to stress with you, if you get any opportunity to call our legislators, to do so and express, we're trying to do a budget next Monday, and not only are we struggling to get our FBA numbers, but we're also struggling that we have very little that we can control to tell you what funds will be available to you. I've asked Paul Kaler of our office to draft another letter for your board's consideration later today, strongly urging that our representatives take a stand on these particular issues. So just wanted to let you know that's the latest breaking news out of Sacramento.
Provider of good news, aren't you?
I wanted to make sure you had a good lunch.
Sure upsets the digestive system.
Spend all you have before they take it out of your pocket.
Supervisor Delaware.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Several weeks ago, this board requested a letter be sent to our legislative representatives seeking their commitment that they would not support a budget that rated 1A and 42. To the best of my knowledge, that letter has not been sent. If that letter has not been sent, then this letter that Mr. Kaler is drafting today should include that language. Because that commitment is critical from our legislators that they will not support a budget that raids local government's coffers again. That was a unanimous decision by this board, and that letter has not been sent, to the best of my knowledge. Thank you.
Why wasn't it sent? That's been over a month ago.
The letter specifically was asking a commitment for our two legislators to vote no on the particular item that Supervisor Delbar is mentioning. In conversations with our legislative analysts, they thought perhaps the best thing to do would be board members to call individually. We did follow that. And we had, I know, our coastal supervisors both made contact directly with our representatives, as well as Supervisor Delbar, and I know other board members. So at this point, it really, if the board wants to take that strong a position and say to our representatives that we absolutely do not want them to support a budget that takes money away from local government, we can make sure